Boo! A Madea Halloween 2 is the sequel to last year's very mediocre Boo! A Madea Halloween movie, and this sequel pretty much is the same thing from the first film. Look, I admire Tyler Perry's characters. I love Madea. She is hilarious. Joe reminds me a lot of my late grandfather, but the first movie just did not satisfy me with its script and its humor. And the second time around, I feel just the same way as I did the first time. This movie is so unbearably awkward with its shot. We have Tyler Perry playing 3 different people, regular Tyler Perry character, Madea, and Joe. And when there's those different shots of Madea and Joe and Tyler Perry's character, they're all in the same room. There are some unbearably awkward shots of awkward silence where we're waiting for Joe or Madea to talk, because it's either Joe or Madea sitting there doing a whole scene just by themselves. So there's a lot of awkward silence in some parts of this movie. My issue with the first film is the script, and it's an issue with the second film as well. It takes a very simple storyline of Tyler Perry's father character and his daughter's 18th birthday, and his ex-wife is trying to stand him up with presents. So there is a lot of dialogue in the beginning of this film as he's trying to throw a very cheesy birthday party for his daughter that she does not want. Everybody is sitting around in the living room talking about birthday presents and their past, and Tyler Perry takes a very simple scene and just draws that out to no ends, which feels like an hour watching Madea and Joe and the other characters sit in the living room talking about cars and birthday presents, and it's really unnecessary how long it does go on for. What I find funny about this movie and the previous movie is that Madea is fighting off against these killers just like the first film, and it's funny to watch an older woman try to protect herself against these so-called killers. But when you have a scene like that, and then you go on with more dialogue and more talking and talking, it quickly loses its effect. I think this could have been a really funny film. I think it could have been a really interesting film with Madea being either scared or not scared against these people, but it's quickly ruined by a lot of dialogue scenes that just feel unnecessary. It's a very short storyline that does unfortunately be stretched out to no ends, and that's why I have a hard time watching this film, because I want scenes to be a little quicker, but they are just so long and unbearably awkward. I do find this movie to be funny at times. I will be honest, I did laugh a couple times, but if the script was tightened up a little more and scenes were a little bit quicker, I think I would have loved this film a little more. I'm going to go ahead and give Boo! A Madea Halloween 2 a D+. Didn't really like it much the first time, and the only reason I went back and watched it the second time is because Joe reminds me a lot of my grandfather, who passed away a few years ago. The things that Joe says and does reminds me so much of my grandfather, so that's why I went and checked this movie out. If you guys have seen Boo! Madea Halloween 2, what did you think about it? Thank you guys for checking out my 13 Days of Halloween video. If you guys like to check out any of the other videos, the playlist link will be down below. And also down below you can find my Patreon, where you can find all different incentives for joining my Patreon. You guys are the best as always. This is Just Watch Movies, and you stay spooky, YouTube.